Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, boo boo. Hey, boobs. Welcome in. Yeah, when you host a live and you bring somebody up in a box and you have to keep muting because they won't let you get a word in edgewise, which is exactly what happened the 2 times Snark came over here. She will not let people talk. She asks a question, and when you're trying to answer it, you get muted, you get muted, you get muted. And then when I went over there to try to talk to her, what happened? I get muted, I get muted, I get muted. I can't even get a sentence in. I can't even get a thought in because it's all about the message that she is trying to put across. How many times did I say over there and that I've said on my lives that I agree there are atrocities going on there? How many times have I said that there is a genocide going on there? She doesn't hear that, though. She wants to keep pushing her belief that nobody but a couple handful of her friends knows the truth of what's going on. And she's turning this into 50,000 other things than what's really the problem. Hold on a minute. Sorry. She won't listen. I asked her, she's saying that now that, she's been saying we're racist. She says that these snapshots are racist. And she had the picture of the post I made today that was in Arabic. And she doesn't even know what it says. And I'll show you exactly what it says. Because I made sure I took a snapshot of it. So she wouldn't try to turn it into something that it's not. So I put in there, hey, Pam, stop lying to your followers. Stop calling people racists and Zionists to garner support. Stop spreading hate. Allah doesn't like a liar. She's saying that that's racist. No, what that is exactly what you're doing. But of course, she didn't bother to look into it. Absolutely, Spicy. I'll bring you up. Here, let me put some boxes up. I have no problem having a conversation. The problem is that Snark cannot have. Putting this narrative of what they're going through in their life out there, and they're collecting money from people who think the story they're telling is true, but it's not.
I understand that, and I understand why.
Right.
But it feels like you are trying to look for a perfect victim in a genocide.
No. First of all, how would I do that when I believe that there is a genocide?
I'm not saying that you don't believe whatever. I'm saying you've picked apart Abood and Bilal's videos and they're like, oh well, he has all this, blah blah blah. And it could be old videos that he's just reposting. And then with Bilal, I saw Scam Slam being like, that looks like a plane that just flew over my house.
Well, yeah. Do you know why? Why did Bilal show that airplane? Do you know?
He's just showing what he's dealing with. He in lives he shows it all the time.
But like a video like that, okay, when you're talking about being in a war zone, when you show an airplane like that, why would you show that? I mean, just what's the reason to show there's an airplane going overhead?
He's shown what's going on with the war. He's done that.
Right. So, do you know what kind of airplane that was?
I'm unaware now.
No. So somebody who just happened to see that, um, what kind of airplane do you think he was depicting that was?
A war airplane?
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't. And see, and that was the point. It wasn't a military airplane. It was a propeller plane that was probably bringing supplies over. But the inference that he wants people to think is that it's a military airplane. It's an Israeli military plane, which it wasn't. The other thing is, and this is, I'm just going to tell you why we have questions. Okay. Bilal made a video of a picture of a video of his street. Okay. And there's people walking on the street and there's smoke in the distance. And all of a sudden you hear pew pew fire. Okay. I'm sure you saw that video. There's like pew pew fire. It sounds like people are getting pew pewed. That sound of the pew pewing was put onto that video by him.
Sorry, something came up. I have to drop out of the box. Sorry, something in my real life came up.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay. Hmm. Going to come over. And, unlike, what Snark did, I would even let her over if she will just talk and not yell and scream and, put these, say that I'm all of these horrible things that I'm not. I mean, I would be more than happy to have that. But again, the problem is she can't have a conversation. We tried over here. She just kept talking over me, being rude. I went over there. She just kept talking over me. I mean, it's just impossible. And if you can't have a conversation with somebody and somebody is not willing to have a conversation, then you'll never come to an understanding. And for those of you that didn't see, I was over there and there were things that I was agreeing on with her, but she's not listening. I'm telling her that I do believe, that, there's atrocities going on. I've told her all this. There's a lot of stuff that I agree with her on this, that anybody who has a heart would. But the things that I don't agree with, she won't even discuss. She won't discuss it. I don't understand it. Well, no, I do understand it. To me, she seems like the type of person that is going to do what she wants to do. She's very strong-willed. When she is passionate about something, she doesn't want to hear anything else. Yeah, Scam, that's a good point. As usual, she put everybody into the same basket. You awareness people do X, Y, and Z, and I've watched it for years. And I kept trying to get her to say, what have I been doing? You're talking about all these what have I been doing? What have I been doing? Don't put me in a basket with everybody else on this app that you have a problem with in awareness that you've gone a couple rounds with.